Hi everyone, sorry for the low quality of the picture again. I am in the Green Lane car parking, which is undercover and has poor lighting, and I'm sitting in the car. Today is transfer day. I have been trying to distract myself, trying not to think about it too much. I don't really know how that's gone. I'm just waiting for Mike to get here. We're here a little bit early. There's a cafe here that we might go to. But yeah, so the clinic called me at about 10 past 8 to say that the transfer will go ahead. So I'm assuming that means that the embryos defrosted fine, the 2-day embryos. So, you know, they gave me the same spiel I've heard many times before. Empty your bladder an hour before, drink 2 to 3 cups of water. So I've been drinking, this is about 3/4 empty. So I might go have a cup of tea. I might finish that. I'll see how I get on. But my bladder should be well and truly ready to burst by the time we get into the appointment. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying not to think about it too much, but I am nervous about it all. I've just been praying a lot and hoping that this will be the one that sticks. So your prayers would be much appreciated. And yeah, we will see you soon when we do the transfer.
What? Are you videoing? Stuff you.
In the waiting room. How you feeling?
Yeah, good.
I need to pee.
But you can't. Sean.
Here it is. 8 cells. The rest are cooking till when we'll find out Saturday whether they've progressed.
Oh, that's such a nice view. Beautiful.
Awesome.
So you can see this is the lining uterus here.
Great.
This is the lining, the endometrium in here, and you can see the speculum on the outside.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Keep your eyes on the screen. See the normal
Oh,
ones?
there it
Yeah,
is.
that's the gap in.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a great spot. So now we're just going to sit here for about 30 seconds and just
Cool.
let the uterus get used to having that inside.
Okay.
I'm going to pop that wee embryo back. So if you just scroll through to get the flash. There we go. Beautiful.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there. The bright spot.
The right spot.
Yes.
Hi everyone. Okay, so I am home. I've been home for a little while now, just trying to take it easy. The transfer, as you can see, went really well. So again, here is a picture of our embryo. It is it's got 8 cells in it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this one here is 1, 7, and 1 layering over there, 8 cells. And so they graded it as a grade 2. There are 5 grades. Grade 1 is the best, and they said that they actually hardly ever give anything a grade 1, so it's a really good embryo. We find out on Saturday whether the other 4 progress or not, but they did say to us, if none of the others progress, not to get too despondent, because it doesn't mean that this one won't progress. So that was really cool. This is the ultrasound of when they put the embryo back in, and if you look on this one here, there's this like little flash, sorry, that bit there is the fluid encompassing the embryo. So that's the flash that you see with the embryo being put into the uterus. They were really happy with how my uterus was looking. I mean, I always get such great compliments on my uterus. I'm feeling a lot better now that it's done and it's in there and cooking away. So I have to go for a blood test on the 28th of January to check the luteal phase. So if the level's not right, then they will give me some other medicine to take. And then I go for the pregnancy test in a few weeks' time. So hopefully on the 28th, when I go for that blood test, everything is looking fine, and that the luteal phase is doing its job. So it's basically at this point now, no hot showers, hot baths. They want you to keep a really like normal, not hot at all body temperature. Even like cooking near a hot stove, they want you to avoid anything like that where it can get too much heat around your tummy, because embryo is like a nice average temperature. So I'm sitting inside with the air conditioner on. I'm wearing a jumper, but it's because I'm sitting right underneath it and it's really cold. No physical nothing where you will sweat. Like you can obviously walk around and stuff, but they want you to keep like a real cash temperature, not getting too hot. So yeah, so it'll just be kind of chilling for the next few days, and next 2 weeks of hell to find out whether it has worked or not. It'll be good to hear on Saturday whether any of them have progressed. But the doctors and nurses just kept saying, your uterus looks really good, the embryo is really good, like everything went really well. They were happy with the time between when they defrosted the embryo, took it out and put it back in. Like it was a short amount of time, there wasn't much time being wasted, so everything went as well as it possibly could, is what they were trying to imply to us. So that makes me feel a lot better, which I'm pretty stoked about. So yesterday I went and bought some pregnancy tests, because even though they will do my bloods in a couple of weeks to see if it's worked, I know I'm going to want to have some pregnancy tests at home to do some testing, to just, there's sometimes, and for those of you who have been trying for any length of time, I think will know, you kind of get to a point in your 2-week wait where you're like, if I don't like have an answer, I'm going to lose my marbles. And I know it's going to be for me at like 2 a.m. in the morning, so I will feel better knowing that I have some tests at home. So at Chemist Warehouse, which I will highly recommend to go and buy your pregnancy tests at, because pregnancy tests are freaking expensive, but at Chemist Warehouse it was actually a pretty good price. So this is a box of 7 first response, and this says you can test 6 days before your missed period, 5 days before your day of expected period. So I think it picks up like your HCG of 25 and under. I haven't opened the box yet, but you get 7 tests in here. 6 plus 1. I mean, why they don't just say 7 is just beyond me. It's a bonus offer, but how long are they going to have a 7? Probably a long time. So I got a box of 7. These are just great little 2-liners, you know, so you can kind of keep track and see how, if the line is getting darker and darker. And then I bought the clear blue pregnancy test with the weeks indicator. So this one tells you exactly how many weeks you are along. So it'll come up with this first with pregnant, and then it'll come up with how many weeks you are. And I think like it's a little, the maths is a little bit confusing on it. Like it says 1 to 2 weeks pregnant, but you would technically be I think like 2 to 3 weeks, because of how they do your 40 weeks gestation. They technically count you as pregnant from your last period. So even though you're not pregnant at that point, it's very confusing. I got this test. And then the other thing I went and did, so whenever Myke and I did a embryo transfer, we would go out and get something for the baby, because it would make me feel like things were a little bit more real and that we were working towards something, and that we believed that it was going to happen. And that's just kind of how, that's the thing that I needed to do to make me feel better. So I went to Farmers, I went to the baby factory, and I didn't really like, Farmers have some beautiful clothes in at the moment. They're so expensive though when they're not on sale. And I was kind of looking for some teddies, because I got teddies for Violet during our transfers, and like I look at her playing with those teddies now, and it like really warms my heart seeing her playing with the things that I got her, or Myke and I got her many years ago when we were praying that there would be a little person to play with them. So I got these. I got a little kangaroo. I ended up getting them from the warehouse because they seem to have the cutest little stuffed toys out of everyone. So I got a little kangaroo and a little elephant as well. I don't know why I wanted an elephant. Or when I went to Farmers and when I went to Baby Factory, they had a couple of different soft toys there. And but even going in, I was like, I really want a little elephant for the baby. I don't know why. So it was cool to find this one, and I kind of like the colors of them both. And yeah, makes me feel better. Makes me like think about the little person who will come along and eventually play with these. Now the trick is to hide them from Violet so she doesn't think that they're hers. Which will be fun to do. So yeah, that's pretty much this update, guys. I am officially PUPO. For those of you who don't know what PUPO is, it is pregnant until proven otherwise. So they basically ask you to treat yourself now as if you are pregnant. Obviously you've got to, you know, you're developing life within you, so all the things that you're not allowed to do and eat when you're pregnant and all that other crap that you've got to now be aware of is basically in effect until proven otherwise, until you have your blood test to see whether it has worked or not. So PUPO is what I am. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one.